I feel pleasure to invite and welcome Jorge Luis Dip. He is a visionary journalist, cementist, filmmaker and writer who has dedicated 28 years to living among the Koji people and working with indigenous communities worldwide. His profound commitment to preserving and restoring our planet's sacred and natural sites is reflected in his 4 key missions: recovering sacred sites and objects, restoring and preserving areas affected by human impact, forming communities based on the principles of life, and integrating traditional wisdom with modern society for the continuity of life. As the co-creator of the Impacto Plane with his Koji, Jorge combines ancestral wisdom with scientific knowledge to restore the Earth's balance. His work has garnered attention from global platforms including the United Nations, Chamber of Commerce, Parliaments of Religions, and international conferences. Adopted by the traditional Koji authority Mama Luis Noveta and Keminsta Dr. Pieta Florento Agreda, Jorge embodies a deep respect for indigenous culture and a commitment to safeguarding their wisdom for future generations. So, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to welcome Mr. Jorge Luis Dip. Jorge Luis Dip.
Namaste, namaste, Jorge. You're most welcome. And whole stage is yours to speak on awakening the spirit of peace, empowering youth as an agent of positive change. Go ahead.
Bueno, Hanchiga is like a good morning in Kogi language. I am with Mama Jose Miguel Sancasa and his son. Thank you very much for this time and for this intention, because we will do it together. I will to start this presentation asking for permission. Everything that exists in the material world is coming from the unmaterial heritage. We was doing a payment that is one relation that the Mamos or original tribes have with the origin of the region of the region of the region of the region. For example, all the elements, fire, water, earth, or lands have a origin. Everything that exists is coming from an immaterial heritage. Thank you very much. We are here together in United Consensus. Excuse my English, but it's very special to share these words that are coming from the spirit. I will to start this wake up. ¿Cómo se dice? El levantamiento. Awakening. Talking about the future is the origin. We are coming from the origin and we are going back to the origin. Okay? In the beginning, this planet in the beginning was only unmaterial. We call the material heritage like Se. Se was before everything and will be after everything. After Se was creating, for example, boom, the light or the sun. We call the sun Mulcueje. And after was creating Seranqua, the liquid material or the solid materials, and was creating everything after like 9 types of people: plants, birds, fish, many families that we are living together. If we wish to feel the peace, we need to feel our spirit, like in the same way that the water or that the birds or that the earth can feel the peace. For example, in the spiritual dimensions don't exist frontiers. Frontiers only exist in the material or physical dimensions. In the spiritual dimensions, we never win if some other lost. Okay? Entonces, win is when everybody win. Plants, minerals, everything. Time is not money. Time is not a number. Land is not only acres. Water is not liters. Entonces, if we wish to be in peace, to save and share and feel, because if we feel, for example, feel without do, without make, is more special than make or do without feel. It's more special the essence, the essence from se, the essence from the spirit that make the vibrations. All the material world is frequency of the sounds. It's because when we dead, our shadow lost from because we don't exist only in the light or in the dark. We are in our dimensions, our spiritual dimensions. We are frequency, and frequency is like a mother for all the elements that exist. I wish to invite our friends to make 3 steps. First is in this morning, this beautiful Sunday, please, we can start making a reflection. Reflection is stop in everything that we are doing in this moment. We can start with the second step, that is introspection. If we put out all that we think or that we are in the material, for example, everything that, what is the only, if I dead or if we dead, after the planet, after the people, after the animals, after the sun, what is the only essence that continue living? Entonces, when I let all my materials, my families, my countries, my fears, everything, I can be only in the essence. And when I am in the essence, I can understand the third step, that is expansion. Entonces, reflection, introspection, and expansion. If I am only say, or the essence, entonces only I forget all my body, I forget all the time. Entonces I can be sometimes bird, I can be water, I can be earth. The original tribes, the indigenous people, they know who is the essence, the mother of 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 the waters, for example. And then people that are selling water today, they to who was paying before? Or the people that is selling lands, they pay for what? If the natives, they never was selling the lands, why they need to buy again the lands? Entonces, when we are in a spirit, or when we call se, when we are in se, we don't only need to have, because we change to have for to be. And when we are say, or we are a little spirit, we can be birds, Coca-Cola also. We can be this computer, we can be papers, or we can be everything that exists. Because everything that exists in the material world is coming from the unmaterial world. If we restore our relations with the unmaterial heritage, we can restore the balance with the material heritage. All, for example, everything that exists have an origin, but everything that have origin can exist without a relation. One relation, for example, in our material way, for example, our body, and material, our name. For example, my last name, Deep, is unmaterial. I can take my last name, but without Deep, I can live. Okay. For example, material, the planet, the four elements, the solids, the liquids, etc. But unmaterial, the time. We can take the time, but without time, we can live. All the material, all the physical things give a function. Mhm. All the unmaterial give emotions. The material is lost when the emotions are lost. The work, the spiritual work from the natives is because they give emotions to the material world. Okay. All the religions are like a politics from the spirit, but the spiritual work is not necessarily a religion, because sometimes the religions are like interpretations from the spirit. In our smile is a language of the conscience, for example. Can be a major, and if we can restore our emotional relations with the plants, with the animals, with the waters, we can be we can feel his emotions, and we can live in a level of smiling with the nature. This is resonance, like a molecular resonance. Entonces, if I am, if we can live, if we can feel like this planet are feeling in this moment, if we take the fossils from the planet, if we take the animals from the planet, if we take the waters from the planet, how can feel this planet? Entonces, we need to make the peace, we need to live in peace with the spirit of all the elements. Peace is not only one act for the conscience between the humans. Peace is restore the relation with the spirit of everything that exists. And the spirit for everything that exists in the natives from here called Sem. In this point, we are in Santa Marta, the more antique city funded that exists in America. 500 years ago was coming the reason, the logic from the French people or from Europe was coming to America. But after the logic was coming human rights. But after was coming live from nature, take from nature. But after was coming the best living, competition, comparison. But after was coming the individuals. Mhm. And now people feel that are sure or that can live happy if they have. Uh-huh. The next 500 years, we need to change the logic for the harmony, the human rights for the nature rights, the live from nature for live with nature, best living for good living, individual for communities, and to have for to be. And this relation we will find very easy with innocence, because in the innocence, all the essence are the same. Innocence is like the origin from the whinstone. Mhm. It's a pleasure. Be after 500 years ago in one place like this. It's a pleasure to be with natives that can teach again how we can restore our relations with the unmaterial heritage to help to the rest of the elements restore his relation with the next generations. In this process, we need to work, or we wish to work. We have one plan, the impact plan. This in is like a inspired, inside, in indigenous. In is put inside, impact, with the social levels, the public levels, and private levels. And we can work together, giving the same, making the same dance that the planet are doing. And we will to present these alternatives, inspired for this, for share with the rest of the planet. It's a blessing. Be and share these initiatives that have essence, soul, and say with all the souls, we all our ancestors, and we all the beings that will continue with our spirits. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure share these little words with you. It's a pleasure find you again, and best wishes for everybody, with love, with truth.
Thank you very much, Jorge. Can we say hello to our friend behind you also? Namaste.
Namaste. Muchos saludos, mama. Senjale.
Right.
Big love. Too much love. Okay? Senjale.
So thank you very much, Jorge. You mentioned that initially it was unmaterial heritage that led to material heritage, and material heritage can be material world is the frequency of the sound that led to elements, and from elements 9 people came into existence: plants, trees, human beings. So everybody is spiritually connected with each other, and you rightly said, spiritually we never win. When somebody loses, spiritually we win together. That was very profound what you mentioned. And as you said, that in order to understand that deep subtle things, we need to reflect. There are 3 things: reflection, introspection, and then expansion further. That's really amazing. And you said, like, water, land, they are not sellable things. Who will sell to whom? Because it is of everybody of us. And if we really want to establish peace on the planet, you said that balance has to be restored. We need to restore our connection to unmaterial heritage. And to have, the most important thing is to be. And we need to connect with the spirit of all the elements. So with that spirited speech, thank you very much. Let's remain in touch.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Thank you.
Thank you.
On behalf of United Consciousness, I thank Ms. Jorge Luis Dip for coming onto the platform of United Consciousness and sharing his views. Thank you so much.